I'm seeing a lot of hyper grace teachers, and they are preaching the same kind of message that Satan taught Eve in the garden. Hath God not said? Making all kinds of crackpot statements about suicide, when clearly the Lord said those who endure to the end will be saved. Now, those who have extreme mental illness, who are so incapacitated that they cannot be held accountable for their judgment call, that's different. If they have some kind of brain tumor, various different kinds of things, Alzheimer's, dementia, things that leave them incapacitated, that's a different story. And A.W. Tozer taught the same thing. They're not going to be held accountable. And for you family members, I understand that you've had that happen, and you know that the mental illness was so severe that they didn't even know what they were doing. And God's not so unmerciful that He's going to hold them accountable for something that they really didn't understand. They didn't understand what they were doing. That's a different story. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the ones who will not endure the baptism of suffering that we all have to face. And they make a choice because they don't want to endure to the end. They don't want to obey God in what He has put in their life, and the suffering that really is a purging is what it is. It's something that we all have to go through. That's a different story. But according to these hyper grace preachers, they're teaching and telling people that it's safe to die when it's not safe to die like that. We're in a season right now where the suicide rate is so high right now, and people are at the end of their rope, and they are giving up. And they're going to listen to some of these hyper grace preachers teaching this stuff, and they're going to think, well, I'm safe, I can do it, I don't have to endure to the end. And they make a willful, intellectual decision to take their life because it's too hard, and they don't want to have to face any hardship. That's a whole different story. And it's not safe to die like that. It's not safe. Again, let me state, I'm not stating the extreme mentally ill and the others who have illnesses and sicknesses that would leave them incapacitated. That's completely different. We all know that. That's different. But right now, we are in a season where Satan would love to, like just whisper with his forked tongue and tell people, it's okay. Take your life. You know you don't want to have to go through this hardship. You know things are hard right now. And take them up on the mountain and tell them to jump off. Hath not God said? Hath not God said? And they need to remember all the things that Jesus answered Satan back when they're being told to jump off, that aren't the holy angels given to protect you? Well, if they're given to protect you, jump off. It's safe. It's safe. Well, you got hyper grace preachers out there teaching them the same thing. They're saying the same thing that Satan said. And the blood of these people are on their hands, and they think they're okay to do this. You'll find out. Please stop listening to this hyper grace stuff. It's putting people in danger. It's whispering lies into their ears that come straight from Satan. We have to endure to the end. I love you all. And I bless you in Jesus' name.